I am МаркМакенн.
And I'm Sierra Bravo.
And
thanks for watching Hollywire.
What up, Hollywire? We are here today with Sierra Bravo and МarkMakенn. And if you guys don't know them yet, collectively, they have this awesome new show dropping called Wayne. I've seen the trailer. It looks awesome. I gotta hear about it.
Yeah, it's very fun, very exciting show. It's about Wayne, 16-year-old, who basically, his dad passes away. This is on the first episode, this is not a spoiler. His dad passes away and wanted to leave him this 1978, 79? 1978 Pontiac Trans Am, which his mom took when she left the family. So Wayne finds Dale, his new crush, and then they set across from Boston to Florida on a dirt bike so he can get the car back.
It's all about youth and young love and just, you know, trying to figure out life.
It's so cool because all the trailers show like this really like gritty show, but it looks like there's a lot of levels to this. There's a lot going on there, huh?
Yeah, it's weirdly like realistic, and then the fight scenes just like go like way over the top, and then everything
like
just comes back down.
It lifts the show off the ground a little bit.
Yeah.
And then something tragically real happens and you're like slammed back down again. So it's a good balance.
And you guys have such diverse backgrounds to be playing this like couple, yet I believe it. I believe it sitting here. It's like you guys have very different vibes. Like for example, Mark, you're really deeply embedded into music. I mean, your first big hit, Sing Street, really was like focused on your musical ability.
Yeah, I started with music when I was like 15. I heard a Fall Out Boy song, and then I read that the lead singer, Patrick Stump, played like every instrument, and I was like, oh, I want to do that. So through Google and my dad, I just learned every instrument I could get my hands on.
And then, you know, you booked Sing Street. How did that work out? And then that took off. Who would have thought, right?
I joined like an acting class that one of my friends told me to go to. And then a year later, there was the Sing Street audition in Dublin. That was like an open call that anyone could go there. And one of my friends from that class like forced me to go, and I said no. And then her name was Caroline. She called to my house the next day, and she was just like, "Get in the car. We are going to this audition." So I was like forced to go to this audition. I lined up for like 3 hours for like a 5-minute audition, and it felt like a waste of time, but apparently it wasn't, because I got the part like, I don't know, a month or two later.
I mean, so essentially you owe your entire career to this girl, Caroline.
Yeah, it's like weird how life-changing that like one choice that she made for me was.
I want to say she was a good friend, but I can only say that because you got the part. If you didn't get the part, I'd be like, man, what an awful
She was a very
friend.
good friend, so.
And Sierra, you, coincidentally enough, you kind of started in a show that surrounded music as well.
Yeah, I did. It's, yeah, I have no musical capabilities whatsoever. I can kind of play some instruments, but not well. But it was music centered. It was a great show, and you know, I'm very happy that it was in my life.
Yeah, I mean, that was like your big breakout. You really learned how to act on that show, I imagine. You know, 'cause you started, how young were you?
I was 12 years old when I first got that show, which is absolutely bonkers. I feel like I'm still 12 years old. I look like I'm still 12 years old. A day has not gone by since.
So after this amazing first show you book at 12, the next like big thing you book just so happens to be by that guy, what's his name? Oh, I don't know, Steven Spielberg.
Yeah, I hear he's like kind of big in the industry or whatever.
Yeah,
I mean,
Who was?
Yeah, some guy who
Steven
phones home.
I think he did like Jaws and
that little,
you know, that massive
little
dinosaur movie.
No?
Yeah, very fresh on the scene, very new.
So, Red Band Society, Steven Spielberg.
I finally had the opportunity to be something so different from Katie Knight, because when you're on a show for so long, people tend to only see you as that one character. So I was really grateful to have the opportunity to play Emma Choda and handle a topic as heavy as life with an eating disorder. And I think that, you know, Emma did that really well, and it was, you know, like I said, it was an honor, and it was truly like a huge teaching opportunity in my craft as well as in my life.
When you first met, you first got to work together, what was it like?
Yeah, Mark's like the ultimate cool guy, so I thought that he hated me. Probably like an hour or two later, you were the nicest person in the world, and I was like, I've made a huge mistake.
I also thought Sierra hated me, so that's not.
It was probably defense. I like put up a wall. I was like, oh man, this is gonna be awful.
This is like, this is getting deep now. This is like a teen movie within itself almost.
Yeah,
but
but now.
Yeah, we met at the screen test, so that was like, we were waiting outside, and then I asked Sierra how long she'd been acting and stuff, and then said a long time, and I was like, oh, like since you were a kid, and she was like, yeah, I was on a show called Big Time Rush, and I was like, oh, I actually know that show. And then I said I was in Sing Street, and then Sierra knew Sing Street, so it was a very weird kind of moment of like, that happened, and then we were both kind of like, cool. And then we did the audition, and I was like, I may never see her again in my life.
And the next thing you know, she's in the back of your dirt bike.
And now here we are.
Apparently driving from Boston to Florida together.
Yeah.
Guys, this is all the time we have. This is so cool. I can't wait to see more of the show.
Thank you.
So glad to have you guys.
Thanks for
Excited for you
having
guys to come back after the first season finishes.
Yeah.
And it's been awesome. Sierra, Bravo, MarkMakkenn, catch Wayne. See you guys later.